All right, here we go. Algebra 1, Module 4, Lesson 6. Solving basic one variable quadratic equations. Now, that's a lot of big words. Y'all just calm down. Y'all know how to do this. Okay? What do we do here? A is 4a squared equals 16. If you can do it, do it. If you can't, do the opposite. So, can I do 4a squared? Nope. So I'm going to do what? The opposite, which is divide by 4. Divide by 4. That leaves me with a squared equals 4. Now we're going to square root it because we can't do anything else. And that leaves us with a equals I told y'all this. 2 and negative 2. There's two answers there. A positive 2 and a negative 2. All right. B. Can we do 5b squared minus 25? So what are you going to do? Add 25. You're always going to work in reverse PEMDAS. Now what are you going to do? Divide by 5. B squared equals 5. Now what? What's the square root of 5? Plus or minus the square root of 5. Okay? Am I good with that? 8 minus c squared equals 5. Let's see what we can do here. You want to subtract 8 from both sides? C squared equals, negative c squared equals, was that negative 3? Now what? You can't, and here's why. If you'll think about what you just said, you'll realize how stupid it was. Anybody know why? Can you square root a negative? Why? If I have a square root of a negative 4, what two numbers can I multiply that are the exact same and get a negative? Impossible. One's got to be positive, one's got to be negative, right? So if you ever, well, for Algebra 1 right now, if you see a negative inside that radical, it can't be done. Okay? Now you can do it, y'all just don't know how to yet. That's when you get into imaginary numbers. All right. Where are we at? Sorry. What are we going to do first? Faith? Yeah, let's multiply by negative 1. And that will cancel our negatives here. Now we can square root. And we'd have the square root plus or minus the square root of 3. Now, yeah. Just for your sake, go ahead and write plus or minus the square root of 3. That's always understood, but you need to realize it and see it that is two answers there. Okay, so go ahead and write plus or minus square root of 3 for your answer. Like put the plus and minus. That's an understood plus and minus in front of it. But I need you to realize that. Just like if I had x, there's an understood 1 in front of it. Okay. All right, number 2, solve the equation. Ooh. How are we going to do this? Can we do x minus 2, working inside the parentheses? Can we? What is x minus 2? X minus 2, right? Okay. Now, could you square that? Could you do x minus 2 times x minus 2? Sure, you could. But why would we? Can we square root both sides? Let's do that first then. Let's go ahead and do the square root of both sides. Now that's x minus 2 equals what? Okay, what are you going to do though? What are you going to do? You're going to have to list it, okay, as plus and minus 3. Okay? You got to. Now watch. Now we can say, if we're going to move that negative 2 to the other side, what are we going to do? Add it, right? So you're going to add it to a positive 3, and you're going to add it to a negative 3. So if we add 2 plus 2, that's going to give us x is equal to 5, and x is equal to negative 1. Okay? Crazy. Now, B, what do you want to do first? What do you want to do first? What do you mean 3? Yeah, let's divide by 3. X minus 2 squared equals 3. Now what are you going to do? So you want to square root this, which leaves you with x minus 2 is equal to a plus or minus square root of 3. Now what are you going to do? Yeah, so this is what I want you to leave it as. X equals 2 plus or minus square root of 3. 2 plus the square root of 3 and 2 minus the square root of 3. Remember, I've told you, well, maybe not this year, but you're going to have to stop thinking about negatives and subtraction. They're the exact same thing. So when it's a negative square root of 3, that's the same thing as subtracting the square root of 3 from something. Okay? All right, C. What are we going to do? Oh no, that's going to give us a fraction. I got time for that. Let's see here. 6, that'll be 1/4, right? Okay. 1/4 is equal to x plus 1 squared. Now what? Okay, so square root both sides. Oh, come back. Come back. Okay. All right, sorry. Where are we at? Okay. Square root of 1/4 is what? 5. Square root of 1/4. What is 1/8 times 1/8? It's 1/2. Okay? So 1/2 plus or minus is equal to x plus 1. Okay? Now what? Yeah, just subtract 1 from both sides. So that's going to leave you with -1 plus or minus 1/2 is equal to x. So can you do that? -1 plus or minus 1/2? Sure. What's -1 plus 1/2? -1/2. What's -1 minus 1/2? -3/2. Notice that you're getting 2 answers for each of these. Why? Why are you getting 2 answers for each of these?